It is hard to comprehend what has happened in Esk Valley. This once lush little settlement, now a tortured landscape of twisted houses and metal. It's been a hell of a week.
It has. We haven't lost any family, luckily. You know, we've got, we know where everybody is that we're really close to and families concerned with, but a lot of families have, and that's what you can't put a price on.
As you see, we've opened up all the walls to try and get them dried out.
Graham Smith is exhausted and in a state of shock.
Again, I keep blessing you, saying how we're blessed that we didn't lose everything.
Like everyone here, he's trying to salvage and process what has happened and feeling forgotten amidst the official response.
We're coming through with first aid and requests for safety, make sure everyone's happy and safe, water, food, you know, so that side of it is working, but all we're doing is sort of, everyone's standing around saying, what do we do? You know, where do we start? And you see people chipping in and trying to get into a house with a shovel and spade. You know, it's ridiculous.
Have you seen officials? You heard from anybody?
No, not a soul. Nobody. You know, it's you're the closest thing to an official we've had out here, so.
So it's neighbours and strangers helping each other to sift through this overwhelming mess. You got a guy from Wellington?
Yeah, he just turned up with him and his 15-year-old son. He said, what can I do? I've got shovels, I've got spades, and how can we help? I said, what?
But they desperately want to know what happens next.
All we need is just some direction, because the community is so strong and the farmers are all flying by that number 8 fence wire, which we do. If we had some direction, to have a plan. So we need a plan first, I think.
No, we've now got a cyclone minister, a minister for cyclone recovery. We've got cyclone ministers for each of the geographic areas that have been hit. They're going to set up agencies, you know, like, is that the sort of...
Is it all going to go into committee again and nothing get done? We don't need committees and meetings about meetings, and we don't need that. We need some machinery in here to get the thing going. I don't see it happening too quickly, to be honest.
There is plenty going on to clear State Highway 5 and get the power back on, but cleaning up the land here is just a massive, massive job. And some of it just makes no sense at all. We are here with silt as far as the eye can see. We've got walls of debris, and then this, a couch with its throw rug, its pillows, 3 remotes, fully intact, and all just on top of this tree. And no one knows who's going to start the cleanup or when. And people are going to get tired.
And going to get angry as well.
We find a similar situation brewing in devastated Puketapu.
We can't turn the clock back, so we know that. It's weird, how do we go forward? And we've got no inclination about that.
Ian Cadwallader had to rescue his neighbours, and he's been in survival mode ever since the cyclone. Where do you even begin to clean up?
I don't know. So we've gone through as a team and just sort of, you know, we said, what's in the drawer? Yeah, find this, find that.
You've got a dining chair hanging from the chandelier.
We haven't even been in there. We can't get in there.
Unbelievable. David Wesley nearly died in his roof during Gabrielle. Now he's faced with an impossible clean-up, and he too is overwhelmed.
This camellia bush was right by my front gate, and my mailbox was somewhere about here. Now look at it. Who is going to shift this lot? Who is going to shift this? I have no idea. The forestry industry has to be held responsible for not necessarily a cyclone Gabrielle, but it has to be held responsible. And look at the chaos it's caused. And it cannot be allowed to continue.
They too feel forgotten as the days tick by without power or water. They're living in limbo. What about mental health? How's that around here at the moment?
I'm a tough rugby player, you know, big deal, but I've been crying every day, you know. And if you're not careful, you'll put me into tears. Because these people don't deserve it. They don't deserve no communication. Hey, they want reassurance. They want reassurance that somebody's are going to work something out.
Because where do you start and what do you do when your house is full of silt and your property is covered in 20-foot walls of wood?
We have seen nobody. No officials, nobody. Because we're just angry. I've got mates living in this valley that I've known since they've been 2 or 3 years old, and they are suicidal. What I want to know from the politicians, if they ever wake up or are alive, is how are we going to fix this? Who is going to help us? Because we need 50-ton diggers with big grabs. There's logs out there the size of motor cars. This is beyond me.